I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sport newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Sunday, June 9th, 2019.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
Normally our top story comes from a major pro sport. Today we're changing that up. Our top story comes from Nashville, where the Vanderbilt Commodores threw a no-hitter. Kumar Rocker threw a no-hitter with 19 strikeouts against Duke. Currently they are playing in a super regional. Duke and Vanderbilt are in Nashville, where Vanderbilt is located, for a chance to go to Omaha to play for a national championship. If Duke had won this game, they would be heading to Omaha for the first time since 1961. Now that Vanderbilt won Game 2, they have a chance to win Game 3 later today to head to Omaha for the first time since 2015 and for the fourth time in school history. We wanted to make our top story a no-hitter, so we made it a no-hitter by a college pitcher, the 8th no-hitter in NCAA tournament history, the first in a super regional, which is what this round is called. In other College World Series news, Louisville is on to the next round after defeating Eastern Carolina, and UCLA defeated Michigan in 12 innings. UCLA is the number 1 seed in this tournament. Michigan, a heavy underdog. But Michigan won Game 1, UCLA wins Game 2, Game 3 later today to determine who's going to Omaha to play for the College World Series. In other sporting news, Norway defeated Nigeria 3-0 in the Women's World Cup Group A. Norway draws level with France on points, 3 apiece. Nigeria joins South Korea with 0 points. Nigeria in third in the group since they lost to Norway by 3. South Korea in last since they lost to France by 4. Conversely, France is in first with a +4 goal differential, Norway in second with a +3 goal differential. In Group B, Germany slid by China 0-0, which was a lot closer than most people expected. Spain defeated South Africa, the debutants in this Women's World Cup. 1 of 4. Spain defeated South Africa 3-1. Spain leads the group, Germany in second, China in third, South Africa in fourth. Today in the Women's World Cup, it'll be Australia versus Italy, Brazil versus Jamaica in Group C. Australia and Italy is at 7 a.m. Eastern, Brazil versus Jamaica at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and then in Group D, England versus Scotland at noon Eastern. Scotland are another debutante in this FIFA Women's World Cup. The United States will kick off their campaign to defend their Women's World Cup from 2015 on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. For the men, the English national team will take on Switzerland in the third place match at 9 a.m. Eastern. Then at 2:45 p.m. Eastern, Portugal will take on Netherlands to determine who's the UEFA Nations League champion, the inaugural tournament of the Nations League, which is essentially a league system before a knockout playoff round. In the Women's French Open final, Ashley Barty of Australia defeated Marketa Vondrousova of Czech Republic. She's 19 years old. 6-1, 6-3 to claim her first Grand Slam title. On the men's side, Dominic Thiem defeated Novak Djokovic in 5 sets. He'll take on Rafael Nadal later today for the French Open title. A rematch of last year's title, a first rematch of the men's French Open final since 2006 to 2008, when Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal faced off in this year's semifinal, faced off 3 years in a row. Rafa won all 3 of those years, 06 to 08, and he has a chance to win his 12th French Open title, which would be unprecedented. Finally, in the Belmont Stakes, the 151st running of the Belmont Stakes in Sarasota, New York, Sir Winston defeated 9 other challengers. In the Belmont Stakes, he was 10-1 odds to win, but odds seem to not matter these days. He was 10-1, but he still won the race. Tonight in the Stanley Cup Final, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final will take place in St. Louis, 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. If St. Louis defeats the Boston Bruins, St. Louis leads 3-2. They will clinch their first ever Stanley Cup. Boston can win. They will take the series to Game 7 on Wednesday night at the TD Garden in Boston, where the series will be decided in a Game 7. Someone will be holding Lord Stanley's Cup come Wednesday night, or come tonight. Tune in, 8 p.m. Eastern, NBC, to find out. In the NBA Finals, the Toronto Raptors lead the Golden State Warriors 3-1. They will play Game 5 in Toronto, where the Raptors will have a chance to clinch their first ever NBA championship in their 25th season of existence. That'll be on Monday, June 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Now to our final sport of the night, Major League Baseball.
Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop. Ortiz into deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
Someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Holy cow!
Now from Major League Baseball.
There were 17 games in Major League Baseball. The Tampa Bay Rays and Boston Red Sox had a doubleheader, and so did the Oakland Athletics and Texas Rangers. We'll start at Fenway Park, where the Tampa Bay Rays defeated the Boston Red Sox in Game 1 of their doubleheader 9-2. In Game 2, the flip of the script occurred. Boston Red Sox 5, Tampa Bay Rays 1. David Price is 4-2 on the season, with a 2.7 ERA for the Red Sox as they try to get back on track. The Rays are now tied with the Yankees for first place in the AL East after today's doubleheader. Boston trails by 6 games. In the other doubleheader on the day, in the first game of their doubleheader, Texas Rangers 10, Oakland Athletics 5. In the second game, Texas Rangers 3, Oakland Athletics 1. Now to the other 13 games on the slate. Chicago Cubs 9, St. Louis Cardinals 4. John Lester's 5-4 on the season with a 3.56 ERA for Chicago, who put on 5 runs in the 6th and 7th innings combined. St. Louis scored their only 4 runs of the game in the first inning against Leicester. New York Mets 5, Colorado Rockies 3. John Gray is 5-5 on the season. After that loss for the Rockies, he's now got a 4.27 ERA. Edwin Diaz gets his 14th save of the year for the Mets. Steven Matz improves to 5-4 on the season with a 3.88 ERA for New York. Washington Nationals 4, San Diego Padres 1. Max Scherzer is 4-5 on the season with a 2.83 ERA for the Nationals, but he pitched well for the Nationals. He went 7 innings, only allowing 6 hits, no runs. He had 1 walk and 9 strikeouts of the Padres as well. Chicago White Sox 2, Kansas City Royals nothing. Lucas Giolito is 9-1 on the season, 2.28 ERA. Lucas Giolito is going to be a star one of these days, if not already. Arizona Diamondbacks 6, Toronto Blue Jays nothing. The Blue Jays were held to 5 hits on the afternoon. Zach Greinke is now 7-2 with a 2.87 ERA for the Diamondbacks, who are officially over 500 at 33-32 with the win. Philadelphia Phillies 4, Cincinnati Reds 1. Nick Pavetta's 4-1 on the season for the Phillies. Tanner Roark goes to 4-5 on the season for the Reds. Pavetta gets his first complete game of the season. Atlanta Braves 1, Miami Marlins nothing. The Braves scored in the top half of the 7th. It'd be the only run of the game. Julio Teheran is 4-4 on the season with a 3.03 ERA for the Braves. Detroit Tigers 9, Minnesota Twins 3. Jacoby Jones had 2 homers and 5 RBIs, which are runs batted in for the Detroit Tigers. He outscored the Minnesota Twins by himself. Detroit had 15 hits on the afternoon in total. Cleveland Indians 8, New York Yankees 4. CC Sabathia is 3-3 on the season, while Indians pitcher Adam Plutko is 2-1 on the year for the Indians. Baltimore Orioles 4, Houston Astros 1. Baltimore scored 3 of their 4 runs in the 8th and 9th innings combined. Milwaukee Brewers 5, Pittsburgh Pirates 3. Pittsburgh and Milwaukee were tied after the 2nd and 3rd innings, but it was Milwaukee who pulled ahead in the 4th and then added an insurance run in the 8th to make sure that Zach Davies improves to 7-0 on the season. He's now got a 2.41 ERA for the Brew Crew. LA Dodgers 7, San Francisco Giants 2. Corey Seager had 4 hits and 4 RBIs for the Dodgers as he outscored the Giants. Jeff Samardzija falls to 3-5 on the year. Rich Hill is 3-1 on the year with a 2.4 ERA for the Dodgers. Samardzija for the Giants. Finally, in the last game of the night, LA Angels 12, Seattle Mariners 3. Shohei Ohtani, the phenom from Japan playing for the Angels, had 3 hits in this game for the Angels. Tommy La Stella, Mike Trout, and Shohei Ohtani went back to back to back, bottom half of the 4th inning for the Angels. That's the Sport Report for Sunday, June 9th, 2019.
Now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports. Do you want to contact Chandler Sports or members of the Sport Report team? Visit sportreportcws.com sportreport.com.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Channel Sports is strictly prohibited.